You know, I haven't talked much on 3+You about the recent change over here with us being called Local 3 News. But we did that, of course, for a reason. We want to put an emphasis on our local community. We are in no way unique in that. So many of our guests who are on this show also pride themselves on being supportive for our local community, and that certainly is the truth at Tennessee Valley Federal Credit Union. Brian Fryer joins me this morning. He is with their mortgage department there. Good to see you.
Good to see you again.
I thought that was kind of a fitting tie-in. Forgive the hokiness, but it's true. I mean, y'all very much at the credit union, you truly are local because you're member.
Correct. We are member-owned, based in downtown Chattanooga at 535 Chestnut is our main headquarters. We have, I believe, 20 branches in the northeast or southeast Tennessee, North Georgia area.
And each of those branches, if you are in the North Georgia area, that's going to feel local to you.
Correct.
Right? It all depends on, I have my two that I go to all the time, and they know me by name when I show up.
Yep. We are locally owned or owned by our membership here locally in the Chattanooga area.
So the reason that's so important for our topic today is that when you're talking with people who are potential home buyers, they aren't always locally grown in Chattanooga. Often they're relocating here.
Correct. We're seeing that a lot more, especially ever since the outbreak of COVID. We have a lot of people moving to the southeast Tennessee, North Georgia area from California, Florida, northeast part of the United States, the Midwest, all over the United States. People moving to Tennessee and especially the Chattanooga area.
But they appreciate and they're probably looking for that connection that you find there. And a lot of that starts, I guess, Brian, with the advice that you offer people, because not everyone comes through your door really ready to make that home purchase. They might want to, but they're not ready.
Correct. And we try to narrow it down, let them know if they're not ready, what they can do to get ready to purchase either a home or land or something like that. And especially people relocating to the Chattanooga area, we can kind of help them if they're looking certain areas or if they're looking for a certain price point. We definitely want them to talk to one of our mortgage professionals and possibly get pre-qualified if they're looking to purchase.
You can't turn on the news, local or national hardly, and not hear something about inflation, or just fill up your car and not feel it. So within the housing industry, and does that have some ripple effects? Are people concerned right now?
Yeah, we're seeing, especially in the housing, it's probably more pronounced than any part of the economy. The past 10, 12, ever since the crash 2008, there have been we really haven't been building enough homes in the United States.
There's a shortage.
There's a shortage. There's been a shortage, and it was exacerbated once the COVID hit. Rates dropped to historic lows, so demand just went through the roof for refinancing and for purchasing. But you know that inventory is so low, and it's taken a long time to try to get caught up. And supply chain issues, which are affecting inflation, also that's having an impact on the housing market as well.
I was having a conversation with someone the other day. He and I are both older than 30, so I remember when interest rates on a house was in the double digits, right? In the 80s, it was 10 and 12%. So even as we hear about the interest rates, getting up a little bit, it's still a good rate.
Still historically low. We are right now, what we're seeing in the marketplace, around a 30-year fixed rate, around 5 to 5.25, 5.25, which is still historically low. I know when I got in the mortgage business in the late 90s, 97, 98, 7 or 8% was a fantastic rate. So we're still historically low.
I would have not aged you, but I'm glad you gave the years because that shows too the experience that you have to offer people when they sit down across the table. And often it's kind of an uncomfortable conversation because you are opening up your pockets.
You are. And when you're going to be doing a purchase of a home or land, it's going to be the largest financial transaction of your life. And you want to make sure you're talking to a mortgage professional who has the experience and also has knowledge of the local area and has products that are fit for our membership here in the local area, in which Tennessee Valley Federal Credit Union, we have those products available.
You've mentioned this a couple of times and it's kind of zipped past me, the idea of buying land.
Yep.
If that's what you're going to do, are you financing that in a different way than you would be a home?
It's very, very similar. It's almost exactly the same. What we're finding is people they aren't able to find a home, but they already own a home, or they may not own right now. They're currently renting, but they're not finding a home available. But since there's such a shortage, so they're opting to buy land for maybe in the future, maybe to build or as an investment. To possibly sell in the future, because land is a finite item. There's only so much land available. available. We have probably, at Tennessee Valley Federal Credit Union, probably one of the best mortgage products for land. We only require 5% down. So that's a great thing.
But then if you buy, let's say you buy a lot that's $50,000. So you put your 5% down, it's $2,500 bucks. And then are you financing the remaining 48 or 47 over how long?
Correct. You can finance it. A 15-year fix is what we offer. 15-year fixed rate, and the rate's very competitive. A lot of our competition does require more money down, but we like to have products that are made for our area and made for our membership, and that's why we pride ourselves in having that type of product, which is very popular. We've had that land product for years, ever since I've been at the credit union, 14 years.
So often you can afford the payment on the land, even while you're still renting.
Correct.
And then when you're ready to build, what do? Do you just refinance that if you want to into the mortgage, or do you make it 2 separate payments?
What you do generally is you look for a construction loan, for a lender that does a construction loan, and once you get your construction loan, it will pay off the land loan, and you'll have one payment on the construction loan.
Okay.
And then once your construction is finished, you'll either roll it over into a permanent financing, or you'll get a financing for a permanent loan on that. So basically, it's just a rollover.
Okay.
What I tell people is, if you're thinking about building next few years, buy the land and make your payments on it and build some equity in it.
Yeah.
So you can use that as your down payment if you have enough equity in it later on when you're ready to build.
Oh,
so
that's a good idea too.
And stuff like that we talk to members about and try to give them a financial plan as far as what to do in the future.
So you mentioned the downtown branch, and then we both talked about how you have these satellite branches all around that feel local, because they are. So if someone is in whatever part of the viewing area looking to do a mortgage with y'all, do they come downtown or to their local branch?
They can go to a branch, and they can connect them with one of my mortgage originators, or they can contact us online or by phone. We have all 3 different ways you can contact us. Especially since COVID hit, everybody likes to do everything online.
Yeah.
But we have people available that can talk to you, a live person.
And I will tell you too that if you do the online part of it, don't think it's completely third party, because once your information's in no time, you're going to end up getting a phone call.
Correct.
From somebody who will then be your go-to person.
Yeah, that's our people. Again, we're all my people are located locally. Most of them are Chattanooga natives or North Georgia natives. So we know the area, we know the people. We work with a lot of local realtors in the Chattanooga area.
Well, it's good to see you. Thanks for the optimism too.
Thank you.
You can find more at TVFCU's website, which is very simple, tvfcu.com. Their hours, by the way, 7 to 7, and that's Monday through Saturday. For those interactive teller machines. Once you have an account with them, you can go and access your money and your banking needs pretty conveniently. 634-3600 is their phone number. Thanks again.
Thank you.